when you use something called the power of story, you can use a narrative to get people's attention and move them from where a place of maybe neutrality to becoming a real cheerleader for whatever it is that you want them to endorse. So as an example, as I teach presentation skills, most presenters are enchanted with PowerPoint, right? So they want to put a PowerPoint up and do bullet points, and it's got, why bother doing a PowerPoint if it can't have at least 10 slides? So now you're going to see 10 slides whether you needed them or not. PowerPoint with purpose, right? And 2 of those slides you'll actually say to the room, you probably can't see this from the back of the room, which begs the question, why are they in your damn slideshow? But we show that slideshow the first time we give the presentation, and we show it again the second time and the third time because we've already created it, right? And what's interesting to me is people don't really want more bullet points. What they want are success stories. They want to know how they can do something better, more efficiently, faster. If it's a business, they want to do it and make some money, get a mark on it, right? But we are just slaves to this idea that people want bullet points. And I think it hurts us. It crushes our message. I haven't used PowerPoint in coming up on 10 years now because I know it's not my friend. I also know that not using PowerPoint distinguishes me from other people. So when I start approaching this presentation today, this presentation with purpose, I get crafty about it. I know I want to be different than all the other speakers you've had. I want to speak with intent. I want to deliver something that's actually useful to you. And that's how the message gets crafted. It's not complicated. These are just talking points. It's not complicated. But I think it has to do with mindset and how you put it to work. So what this is, ladies and gentlemen, is a balance between critical thinking and multitasking. Because if you multitask all the time, if you're just purposeful all the time, like we know these people that are busy but not productive, you know people like this, right? They're always doing something, but they're never getting anything done, right? And I decided to step away from that years ago. Perhaps some of you have as well. I don't do stuff just to be busy. I'm going to share something with you. I happen to be public image chair for Zone 29 of this great organization. And I've been tasked with finding 10 assistants for me next year in Eastern Canada. I looked on the newsletter and there's only 2 this year. So I have to identify these people and then I have to name them. And I am behind the deadline for naming the people. And I'm getting all kinds of pressure from all kinds of people. Just give us 10 names. And I'm saying to every person, everybody up, and they're all above me on the org chart. I say, look, do you want names or do you want a good job this year? This year meaning July 1st. Because I could give you names. If you just want names, I'm looking to get people who actually have a public image stripe. People who are actually good at marketing. Does that sound like a good idea to you? And then you have the silence on the phone, like, yeah, I guess so. I go, well, then let's do that. Let's not just name the committee just to name the committee. But the pressure to be average, ladies and gentlemen, is amazing. Amazing. Statistically speaking, most clubs are average. Statistically speaking, most speakers are average. And we watch other speakers and we think, well, I can just be that good and get away with it. And nobody's the standard bearer anymore. And that's why we're in this organization, because we know we can be standard bearers. We know we have the flair for it. We know we have the aptitude for it. And I just thought it'd be nice to think about that today. And there's a little bit of what magicians call misdirection going on today, because I started by talking about all the things that are bringing us down today. But one of the things that gets us through periods like this is getting up with purpose. If you get up every day worried about a virus, or worried about the stock market, or worried about something else, worried about the weather. People worry about the weather every single day. And I never worry about the weather. I take my weather with me. I do. And so one of the things that magicians say is they say, watch this hand, and of course, where's the magic happening? With this hand over here, right? And so there's a bit of misdirection going on in my talk today. Also part of my message is that I'm going to distract you or misdirect you from all the things that are bothering you right now so that you can focus on something you actually have control over, which is what? What you think about, how you behave, and how you feel. And that's how it's done. So there are two types of pain in the world. If you remember nothing else about what I